Yo, it's your boy Jen. On today's video, we have the Fairy Tale 100-Year Quest episode 7. Now, if you're wondering what happened to episode 6, guys, I unfortunately had to move, so I really didn't have the time to do an episode, sadly. But I think the good news here is that episode 7 felt like a recap and the aftermath of what happened on episode 6. So I feel I can do both episodes, but I'm going to do a really fast breakdown of what happened on episode 6. So basically, the Fairy Tale gang, they're trying to defeat this water god dragon, and no matter what they did, nothing was working. And eventually Natsu was trying to do one last thing, but it didn't work for him, and it looked like he disappeared in the water. But then he got saved by this fire dragon. Now at first I thought it was Igneo, but we found out who he was, and we found out that he was like the other dragon, the fire god dragon, another one that they had to defeat. And yeah, it turns out that he was supposed to be Igneo's son. Huge twist there. Yeah, he says a lot of BS when he was talking. He was saying that he was the one who was supposed to defeat Acnologia, and he said he was gonna do it, but the humans defeated him first. And I kind of I'm like, okay, buddy, Acnologia was there for 400 years, so what took you so long to defeat him? So I think he's lying there. They claim that he's so powerful that Natsu doesn't have a chance with him. So yeah, I don't really believe his story that he was supposed to defeat Acnologia. And apparently he's his Igneo's real son. No idea how that happens. And yeah, why did Igneo not tell nobody about this weird dude? There's a lot of plot holes here for sure. Why didn't he's supposed to be a dude who attacked a bunch of nations, but he has never attacked where Fairy Tale is. I forgot where it is exactly, but kind of weird that they never attacked that Pacific area at all. Never even mentioned before. So yeah, there's a lot of plot holes here for sure. And even why didn't Agnologia attack these 5 water god dragons? Because didn't he hate all the dragons here? He was even trying to stop people like Natsu and people that had wizard dragon slaying magic. So blah plot hole here. They just did it for the story here. And yeah, he kind of leaves saying that he wants to fight Natsu one-on-one, see who's strongest, whatever. And this guy, I think his name is Igno, something like that. He gave him his fire. And Natsu didn't want to eat it at first, but he had no other choice, so he ate it. And this gave him ultimate strength to defeat the water god dragon. And he finally trying to beat him up, and instead of doing it by himself, he asked for help with everybody else. And they happily destroyed, they happily defeat this water dragon. And it looks like Natsu has kind of lost his. It looks like this power kind of was overcoming to Natsu, where he couldn't even control himself no more. He was becoming somebody else. And before it goes even worse, Lucy just hugs him, saying it's over, and that was enough for him to come back to reality. And yeah, that was the end of episode 6. It just focused on that fight there. It was really, really good. Was there some things that don't add up to the whole story of Fairy Tale? Probably, honestly, but it was still good. I think everyone really liked the episode. So yeah, now we go to episode 7, where it was kind of a aftermath of what just happened and what the Fairy Tale gang is gonna do, because now the water dragon is kind of defeated. And at first it was just Natsu feeling bad that he lost control, and was apologizing to Lucy for almost harming him. He did some weird perverted things. And yeah, they kind of defeated the water dragon, and there was actually 5 of them. And we learn more about the other 5. one of them is like a wood dragon who controls, I guess, nature. Not only that, but they apparently give him like mind reading magic too, so he can read people's mind. And there's also a metal dragon who we don't know nothing about, but his name was, he has like metal dragon powers, I guess. And then there's like a one that's called Moon Dragon, I guess, where they control like the stars, and that sounds really cool, I won't lie. And then we already know about the Fire Dragon, Igno, who might be the last one, we don't know. But apparently the Water Dragon was the easiest to defeat because he wasn't really all bad, and we don't know if these other ones are bad either, but we know they're gonna have to stop him. So yeah, the first stop is going to be the Wood Dragon, who's the closest. And don't forget about the White Mage. Yeah, she kind of leaves Fairy Tail, and she's going to go after Natsu here, but she looks like she's by herself, and we don't exactly know what happened to everybody else, because we see that they're like in the headquarters, everything's all empty, and we don't know what she did. Did she turn them into like cards or something? We don't know exactly, but we know she's going to meet up with Natsu. That's her storyline. We don't know anything else about it. They look like they're getting ready to leave the place already. Nothing else for them to do with this water village place. I mean, it was kind of damaged, but looks like no one really got hurt. So that's about it. We're done with the first level. Took about 7 episodes. Kind of short one here. So I'm curious to see how long the other ones are. And then there's like a funny moment where Ursa was sleeping, and Natsu had the great idea to mark their face, which was hilarious. Not only her face, but Lucy's face, Wendy's. It was really hilarious. So yeah, they go to the new town here. They're about to get ready for their like an 8-hour train trip for wherever the next wood dragon is at. And yeah, we found out that there's a bunch of fans here about. They were asking Ursa if she was this character named Elkis, and yeah, that's not her name. And we found out that there's this other character who exactly looks like Ursa Scarlet. Yeah, she takes us to her headquarters, which is called Fairy Nail. So yeah, it looks like they're doing this again, guys, where they're doing the doppelganger thing again. And they have done this twice already, guys. So if you guys remember, they went to this weird dimensional place where Happy is from, and his whole village, and there's like a whole like counter opposites of like Fairy Tail and them. And it looks like this is like a whole different country where they have like a different name. And yeah, supposedly we're gonna see a bunch of opposites. So yeah, they already did this story again. Kind of feels repetitive, not gonna lie, guys. And I'm really hoping this doesn't take long, because I just don't want to see doppelgangers. It's just lame. And the fact that they already did it just kind of is dumb, and I'm hoping it doesn't like last. Like hopefully like it's 10 minutes. I'm just mad. I just don't like it because they already did it before, and we've seen like opposites of Natsu and Lucy and everybody else. So it's like, why are you doing this again? Like, are you running out of ideas here? Because they could have just skipped forward to the next village, town, whatever. But yeah, guys, that is the end of episode 7. Kind of like, it was like an informational video where all they did was just talk about what happened to the village, what they're gonna do next, and what happened to the White Mage, and what the evil guys are doing, which I didn't really talk about here. But we know that they're looks like they're going to attack Fairy Tail, who are in their way. So we know they're gonna meet up for sure. And the Water Dragon, he had a good moment with the girl. I forgot her name already. I mean, we kind of just barely met them for like a couple episodes, so there's no real connection for me for them. But yeah, guys, that's it for this episode 7. And let me know your thoughts on episode 6 and 7. I think clearly episode 6 was their best one. It was just that huge fight and all that stuff. And episode 7 was just like a real recap here. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions about this episode. And yeah, guys, I'll see you next one.